everyone, welcome back. This is Deja with Twisted Sisters Mojo. It is Friday. I hope everyone has had a great start to the day. It's early here, so I got me some coffee going. Hold on, just a second. Thank God for coffee. I'm one of those non-morning people, to be honest with you. I don't wake up well. But anyhow, as I was saying, I hope everyone has had a good start to their Friday. Coastal Virginia, where we're at, has finally entered into stage 3 of this coronavirus restriction thing. We went in at midnight last night. I'm not quite sure what that means, but we entered into stage 3. But get this. They still canceled Halloween. So somebody tell me how the fuck you can cancel a holiday. Like, seriously. You just get, oh, no, we're not going to do Halloween this year. No, baby, that's not going to work. You know that's not going to work. So technically, we're not supposed to have any Samhain parties. There's not going to be any trick-or-treating for the kids and all that other bullshit that goes along with canceling Halloween. Whatever. I do know that the shop, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do our annual Samhain party, which is kind of disappointing. But, you know, it is what it is. The shop has to follow the regulations, and so we're just going to make the best of it. That's basically all any of us can do out there, is just make the best of this crazy situation that we have been dealing with since freaking, March? So, yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I'm over 2020. Like, I'll go to sleep for the next few months, wake up in 2021 and try it again. But it is what it is. Raven hates that expression. She hates when I say it is what it is. But it is what it is. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to take a look at what is coming up over the next few days, next week, something like that. See what is coming your way. So just a heads up. Oops. And today we are, good Lord, I cannot keep my cards together this morning. As I was saying, today we're using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which I love this deck. If you're into astrology, and the planets and, you know, that cosmic energy, you'll love this deck. It's not a tarot deck, and it's very different than your standard kind of oracle deck. It's got its own kind of feel to it. It's really nice. It's a really nice deck. I've got both the original that was published way back when, and then this is the reprint that came out a couple of years ago. So, all right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. And as usual, we are going to divide the deck up into 4 piles. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Now, take a moment, take a deep breath, let your intuition tell you which pile to pick. And pick a pile. Pile 1, 2, 3, or 4. And let's get started. What you are looking at for the upcoming week. Alright, let's see what we got going here. Alright, let's see. If you picked pile 1. Okay, well, you got some interesting cards going here. I don't know why that is not. Well, that's not. I don't know. Sometimes it comes into focus, sometimes it doesn't. Well, let's try that. Okay. Well, I'm going to do the best I can with the focus. I don't know why it's not autofocusing. I might have hit a button on the camera, but and I actually laid out four cards. 4 cards, 4 piles. Interesting. Okay. If you have picked pile 1, it looks like the next few days to the next week is going to be relatively drama-free for you. However, One of the reasons is you may not be feeling up to snuff physically. You may feel a little off. You may feel a little tired. You may feel a little drained. It's going to be a really good time to practice a lot of self-care for yourself. I would say also, it's a good time while you're practicing this self-care to kind of also work internally on your slight tendency to be a little rigid in the way that you're thinking, in the way that you are going about about things. It's going to be a really good time to practice being the willow and bending and being able to adapt to every circumstance and every situation that comes your way. Also, someone in your life is probably going to disappoint you with their actions. I would assume that it is, because of what I'm looking at, it is going to be someone that you're romantically attached to. So for the next week, don't put so much pressure on your partner to live up to certain standards. Allow them the freedom to make mistakes, and if they do make a mistake and they do let you down, understand that shit happens. Honestly, nobody's perfect, and being able to say, okay, you know what, I'm not going to let it get to me, would be a really good thing for you, because the last thing you want to deal with right now is more stress and letting yourself get upset about things that in the larger scheme are very minute. So, when people get on your nerves, just kind of step back and go, whatever. Don't let it get to your heart. Don't let it affect you. Kind of keep to yourself over the next week and just really focus on, recharging your batteries, making sure that you're eating right, getting the rest that you need, staying out of unnecessary drama that you don't need to be dealing with. So just kind of, stay inside, stay centered, kind of go into a little bit of go a little bit introvert this week, and I think you're going to be fine. All right, so that's if you picked pile 1. If you have picked pile 2. All right, if you have picked pile 2. If you pick pile 2, baby, you need to really focus on your creativity. You need to focus on the creative projects that you have going. I know that if you pick pile 2, you may be feeling like you've been stuck in a grind, and that maybe the things that you're doing on the creative side aren't necessarily as fulfilling as they normally are to you. That happens to the best of us. Even the most creative people go through a slump. And so if you have picked pile 2, stop pushing yourself so hard creativity wise? Creatively. Quit pushing yourself so hard creatively. I think that's the right. The coffee hasn't kicked in, so the brain, there's a disconnect. But cut yourself a break. It's when you're doing something that you're passionate about and you're doing something that you enjoy, and you're trying, and then suddenly you find yourself trying to put yourself on a deadline to get certain things done, that takes a little bit away from it, at least in my opinion. So ease up on the restrictions for yourself. Quit pushing yourself to live up to somebody else's standards or somebody else's timeline. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the projects that you have going. Enjoy, find that enjoyment that you used to have when doing the things that you're passionate about. So cut yourself a break. So, technically ease up on yourself. Relax. If you're putting yourself out there for creative projects, if you're doing it, do it because you love it, not because you are trying to push yourself and meet a deadline or meet somebody else's standards. Whatever you're doing, you are good at. You are good at, and you enjoy it, and it's not for somebody else to tell you how to make your art, in a nutshell. That's if you pick pile 2. If you pick pile 3, all right. All right. If you picked pile 3, we are talking about work here, folks. If you have picked pile 3, there is a distinct possibility that you are going to be getting a pay raise or a position that you wanted offered up to you. So this is really dealing with your finances. This is really dealing with your work. It's really dealing, if you have a side hustle or a side gig or a side job or whatever have you to bring in money, you're really going to find that elevating. So you're looking at a promotion. You're looking at a pay increase. You're looking at a situation where you are going to be getting the recognition that you deserve, whether it be in your standard everyday job or in your side project or your second job or your small business. So this week coming up is looking at a really good time for you, money-wise, career-wise, and things of that nature. So that's a really, really looking positive for you. So hit it full force. Keep doing what you're doing. At work, you are going to get the recognition that you deserve because your bosses are seeing how hard you're working. So thumbs up to you. You've been knocking it out, and people are going to notice. All right, so that's if you pick pile 3. If you pick pile 4, okay. All right. So if you pick pile 4, this is an interesting one. This one, if you picked pile 4, you really need to be careful. You've got some people around you that may not have your back as much as maybe you thought they did, and it's really not a good time to be taking a whole lot of risk. It's not going to be a good time to, at least not this week, to be, hey, playing the lottery, or it's not a good time to be making any major blah 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 blah, blah. Any major changes as far as work or your love life or your family. Keep it safe. Keep it safe. Be practical. Think inside the box this week. Normally you will hear me advocate for thinking outside the box and going about things differently. For you, if you picked pile 4, it's a really good time to color within the lines. And it also, Spirit also says that someone out there has been really just feeling kind of like super duper pessimistic and not feeling like things are ever going to happen. Baby, I'm telling you, you got to think on the positive in this one. You've got to keep that light burning. You've got to keep hustling. You've got to keep that positive mental and spiritual attitude. Because it has been rough. It has been very, very rough. So you're feeling a little beat down. And, but you need to understand, we all get that way. We all get tired. We all get feeling like, why the hell am I doing this? And it's really important that you understand that things always change. Where you're at right now is not going to be where you're at 2 weeks from now. So you have to stay positive, and you have to keep that positive mental image going, and look at the bright side and all of those other kind of cliches that are out there. For you, it's very, very important. And like I said, it's not a good time to take any risks. You need to think within the box. You need to keep things going as slowly and steadily as you can. Don't do anything crazy. Don't take any unnecessary risks. just keep it safe. You know, keep it safe. Consider this week kind of like a, let it ride. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. Do not get crazy. This is not a good, if you picked pile 4, this is not a good time to be impulsive. And this is speaking from the queen of impulsive. Do not do it. Think twice. If your partner or your best friend or whoever it may be is your grounding force, this is the week that you need to tap into their grounding force so that you don't do anything too crazy or extreme. So just be safe. Keep it calm. And again, for those individuals out there that have been feeling kind of beat down, stay positive. You're going to get through this. You're going to come out it on the other side like so much better. Just stay happy. All right, guys. This has been Deja with Twisted Sisters Mojo. Happy Friday, 9/11. And this has been what is coming up over the next week. Please do us a favor. If you have not subscribed to this channel, help a bitch out. Hit that subscribe button. Help a couple bitches out. We need you. If you are one of our regular subscribers, we love you guys. I know I haven't been responding to messages as quickly as I normally do, but make no mistake, I am watching all of y'all, especially a couple of my regulars from the very beginning. Crystal Raven Rose, we love you, girl. All right, guys, and we will see you on the flip side.